Your mind has the power to shape your destiny. The way you perceive challenges, failures, and even your own abilities defines whether you will rise to greatness or remain trapped in limitation. This fundamental perspective is often described as the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. But what exactly does that mean? And more importantly, how does it apply to your life, your relationships, your career, and your pursuit of inner peace? In this video, we are going to explore deeply, drawing from psychology, philosophy, and even timeless wisdom to uncover why your mindset matters more than almost anything else, and how you can reshape it to unlock your full potential. The foundation of mindset, the term mindset, refers to the core set of beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. Psychologist Carol Dweck, one of the leading voices in this field, describes two primary mindsets. Fixed mindset, the belief that your intelligence, abilities, and talents are static traits. You either have them or you don't. People with a fixed mindset avoid challenges, fear failure, and often give up easily. Growth mindset, the belief that intelligence, skills, and talents can be developed with effort, persistence, and learning. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, view failure as feedback, and keep moving forward despite obstacles. At first glance, this might sound simple, but the reality is that this distinction determines how you respond to every situation in life. It affects whether you blame external circumstances for your struggles, or whether you see yourself as capable of growth. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mirrors the essence of mindset. The same event can break one person and empower another, depending entirely on how they interpret it. Fixed mindset in real life. Let's imagine two students receiving the same grade, a failing mark on an important test. The student with a fixed mindset immediately thinks, "I'm not smart enough. I'll never understand this subject." He feels shame, avoids asking questions, and loses motivation. The student with a growth mindset thinks, "I didn't prepare well enough. I need to study differently and ask for help." She sees the failure as information, not a verdict on her intelligence. The difference is profound. The fixed mindset makes failure the end of the road. The growth mindset makes it the beginning of improvement. In adulthood, this applies to careers, relationships, and even health. A person with a fixed mindset may believe they're just not good with money or bad at relationships. They see these limitations as permanent. On the other hand, someone with a growth mindset sees financial literacy as a skill they can learn and relationships as an area they can improve with practice and patience. The psychology behind mindset. Neuroscience reveals something fascinating. The human brain is plastic. This means it can literally rewire itself through practice, effort, and repetition. Every time you learn something new or push yourself beyond your comfort zone, new neural connections are formed. This discovery destroys the myth that intelligence or talent is fixed. Yes, some people may have natural advantages, but sustained effort often outweighs raw talent. As the psychologist Anders Ericsson discovered through his studies of expert performance, deliberate practice-focused, consistent, and intentional practice creates mastery. The growth mindset aligns perfectly with this science. It's not about where you start. It is about where you're willing to go and how much effort you're willing to put in. Stoicism and the growth mindset. The Stoics, centuries before modern psychology, already understood this. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This statement embodies the growth mindset. Life's difficulties are inevitable loss, failure, pain. But whether these difficulties make you stronger or weaker depends on how you use your mind. For the Stoics, obstacles were not reasons to despair, but opportunities to exercise virtue. Similarly, in a growth mindset, failure is not proof of inadequacy, but evidence of effort and a stepping stone to progress. Fear of failure versus power of learning. One of the most paralyzing aspects of the fixed mindset is the fear of failure. People avoid trying because they cannot bear the thought of being exposed as not good enough. But failure, when viewed through the lens of growth, becomes your greatest teacher. Every mistake reveals what doesn't work and brings you closer to what does. Thomas Edison famously said about inventing the light bulb, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This isn't blind optimism. It's reframing failure as data. Growth requires error, correction, and persistence. Effort as the path to mastery. In a fixed mindset, effort feels pointless. If you're not naturally good at something, why try? This creates a cycle of stagnation. But the growth mindset views effort as the very path to improvement. Every hour of practice, every setback overcome, every challenge faced contributes to mastery. Consider athletes, musicians, or entrepreneurs. None of them achieved greatness without sustained effort. The growth mindset honors effort not as a sign of weakness, but as the currency of success. The role of patience and resilience growth is not instant. Seeds do not become trees overnight, and human potential does not unfold in a week. The growth mindset requires patience, the willingness to work consistently without immediate reward. This patience is deeply connected to resilience. When setbacks come, resilience allows you to stand back up. And resilience is only possible when you believe that your effort still matters, that growth is still possible. Practical ways to cultivate a growth mindset. Shifting from a fixed to a growth mindset is not automatic. It requires conscious practice. Here are strategies grounded in psychology and philosophy. Reframe failure. Instead of saying, "I failed," say, "I learned." Add yet. When you say, "I can't do this," add yet. This small word transforms limitation into possibility. Seek challenges. Growth only happens outside comfort zones. Embrace difficulty instead of avoiding it. Value effort over talent. Celebrate the process, not just the result. Practice reflection. Journaling, meditation, or quiet reflection helps you see patterns and adjust. Marcus Aurelius himself used journaling as a tool for growth. Growth mindset in relationships and life mindset doesn't just affect your career or academics. It shapes your relationships. With a fixed mindset, you may believe people don't change. This belief can breed resentment and hopelessness. But with a growth mindset, you understand that people, including yourself, are works in progress. This fosters forgiveness, patience, and healthier connections. In health, too, the growth mindset transforms your approach. Instead of believing "I'm just unhealthy," you start thinking, "I can build healthier habits over time." Small, consistent actions create massive change. The future you create. Your mindset is the lens through which you interpret reality. If you see yourself as limited, your actions will reflect that, and your future will shrink. If you see yourself as capable of growth, your actions will expand, and so will your future. In truth, the growth mindset is not about denying reality. It's about choosing the interpretation that empowers you to act. And in life, action is everything. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Similarly, waste no more time doubting whether growth is possible. Live as if it is. Act as if it is. And through effort, patience, and resilience, you will become who you are meant to be. Your mind can be your prison or your liberation. The choice is yours. Will you cling to the fixed mindset, living under the weight of fear and limitation? Or will you embrace the growth mindset, stepping into the lifelong adventure of becoming more than you are today? If this message spoke to you, I invite you to continue your journey of growth with us. Leave a like to support this channel, subscribe for more content, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. Together, we can build a community that grows not by chance, but by choice.